What's up, everybody? It's Big Herc with Fresh Out. About to go get an interview in with Gangster from Compton, see what he's been up to. He's another homie that's been through the system, you know, knows the ins and outs, and has a story to tell. So we're gonna see what he's doing these days since he's been out, and what he would like to share with the public.
Yeah.
And I was hollering at what's his name? Him. You know, was telling me like, hey, you guys ran across the system and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I done ran across them all.
I know.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you, man?
Oh shit, ain't nothing. Just getting ready for this New Year's picnic.
Okay. What you guys got going on? You got a little function you guys got kicking off?
Yeah. We always have a big low rider picnic for New Year's every year.
Okay. And this is one of the cars you did?
Yeah, this is my car.
Okay, this thing is clean, man. What all have you done to this?
Shit, everything.
And your shop does all the work?
Not yet. We do everything except interior.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your club is the Majestics, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Gangster, tell the people like where you from, man, and like, you know, how long you been out here in LA.
Well, I'm originally from Louisiana, but my mother brought me out here when I was 5 years old. Stayed in LA a couple of years, and basically I've been in Compton since I was 7.
Okay. So what is you know, as far as you're involved in with the system, you know, this is Fresh Out. We talk about life after. What was the incident or incidents that led to you initially having to, you know, be incarcerated?
Well, in this last bid, I just did 11 and a half. I did, I went to federal prison for distribution of cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while you were in the feds, what, like, you know, what'd you do with your time while you were in there? What were some of the things that you used to occupy your time with?
So actually, you know what I'm saying, I started writing books.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, when I was in there, I wrote 18 books.
Damn.
You know, but
18, okay.
I self-published 2 of them. I still got 16 of them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to get published. I just been doing so much different stuff because I actually have a non-profit. It's the Gang Prevention and Intervention Foundation called Transitions to Greatness.
Oh, wow.
And I work with the mayor and the city of Compton with their gang prevention and intervention programs. So I be having a lot going on. And I'm in the middle right now. I'll take you and show you. I'm writing this. Remember the movie Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
I'm writing one right now called Girls in the Hood.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's about it ain't been a good hood movie out since Set It Off.
You're right. Yeah.
So you know it's about time for another one to come out. So I'm in the midst of writing one called Girls in the Hood.
Oh wow, that'd be dope right there. Where were some of the institutions that you were at in the feds? Because I was in the feds too.
Yeah, I was in Victorville. I was in Atlanta USB, and I was in Canton USB in Pennsylvania.
Oh wow. Damn, 11 years. So how long you been out now?
I've been out like 4 years and 3 months.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I've been out when I got out in 2008. What was like being in the system, man? What was like one of the craziest things you've seen while you were in there? I mean, 'cause I know we all went through some way out shit. You try to forget about it, but
The craziest shit that I really didn't have a problem with is you either gonna be a follower or a leader. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And when you're a leader, you gotta think for every fucking body.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, dudes do stupid ass shit that they know they ain't got no business doing.
Yeah.
That they know it's gonna be a problem and cause a conflict.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? Some shit you can nip in the bud, and sometimes, you know, even though a dude might be a good dude, it's like, homie, you got to get up out of here because you evidently, you know, you don't give a fuck about us. You putting all us in danger.
That's right.
So sometimes you just got to roll the motherfucker up and get him out the way.
Yeah.
You know, but it's always about gambling and drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's what I
saying?
tell people too. Like gambling and drugs get you caught
Gambling
every
and
time.
drugs
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might run across a thief, and he already know that thievery is really out of the question. So, but my biggest thing was having to think for everybody else and making sure I don't let nobody run me into a brick wall.
That's right. Actually making sure these dudes are in line. 'Cause a lot of times
Yeah.
you get in there and they doing some foul shit.
Yeah. You know, a lot of them is foul dudes anyway, and that's why they don't got no love and support from the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they done fucked over everybody. You know, did foul shit to people and want nobody to look out for them.
Burnt all their bridges.
Not even their family.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
So what'd you do
before you got out to prepare yourself, so when you got out, you kind of had a plan. Like, what were some of the things you did that you would tell people, like, you know, get your mind right?
Yeah, well, what I did is, it's like this, you know what I'm saying? I already knew that. I already got 3 prior drug convictions.
Yeah.
You already know that 851, first one double it,
right.
second one give you life automatic.
Yeah.
So I already knew, period, drugs was out. You know what I'm saying? I knew I couldn't come home and sell no more drugs.
That's right.
And I didn't want to sell no more drugs. So what I did, you know what I'm saying, like I told you, I wrote the books, I started my nonprofit, you know, and I already knew I was going to come home and do this because this is what I love, build cars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I basically just did, and I started my own little line, my own little t-shirt line,
Okay.
and that line. This is my shit right here, OG Apparel.
Okay.
You know?
OG Apparel right here from
Yeah.
Gangster. That's dope.
And this, you know, this our motto, respect it.
Okay.
You know,
That's
so
tight.
I had started my own, you know, little clothing line. And I just knew that it's like this with my prior record. I'd have been in jail, did time for murder and all kind of shit in the state.
Yeah, exactly.
So my prior record, you know what I'm saying, wasn't gonna allow somebody to just give me a job.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to create my own. So
That's right.
that's what I concentrated on doing, is creating my own avenues where I can make sure I don't have to depend on somebody else to give me a job.
So do you think that your background from being a hustler and having to make moves on the street allowed you to make the transition as a businessman? Because a lot of dudes be emailing me like, man, what can I do? And I be telling them, like, man, if you don't want to go to Walmart or work for somebody, use what you learned and you know, start your own business.
Yeah, you know, it's actually, if you've been in these streets and you sold drugs and you was a successful drug dealer, man, you already a businessman.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just transform the negative to the positive.
Yeah. That's good advice too, because like I told her to do the same thing. I mean, I've been hustling, juvenile hall, white, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And you finally kind of think like, man, well, shit, if I can make money like that, all I gotta do is flip the script and turn it into something good.
Yeah, I tell them all, I just say, if you can do something that you love, that you can make money off of it, that should be your main thing.
Yeah.
If you do, especially when you love what you're doing and you're gonna make some money from it, that's what you should do.
That's good advice. Do you feel that like the system, the jail system in general, has made you a better person, or it just made you more aware or conscious?
I would say both. It definitely made me more aware and more conscious of how the system is.
Okay.
You know, because from day one, I wasn't even supposed to be in jail. I ain't never got caught with a crack, a piece of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a combination of both. You know what I'm saying? But I know it made me a better person because it gave me a chance to sit down and really analyze my life and figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And sometimes I tell people all the time, it's like you can't keep doing the same thing thinking you're gonna get a different result. You know what I'm saying? You got to, you know, if you know this ain't working, like I got homies that be best been pimping. You know what I'm saying? I've been home 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, you've been pimping for the whole 4 years I've been home.
Yeah.
But you don't have a car. You know, you don't have your own place to stay in, and you always broke. So you know what I'm saying? Something should tell you, homie, you need another profession. Yeah, 4 years of pimping and you ain't got nothing?
Ain't got nothing to show for it.
Nothing. I got a little nephew the same way. They've been crazy. You know, that ain't my thing, period.
Yeah.
But, you know, I tell them, homie, you need to find something else. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing this, you've been doing this before I came home.
Yeah.
And I've been home over 4 years and you still don't have nothing. You've been wasting your life.
You're spinning your wheels.
You know, but jail did definitely help me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this. It's like, even though jail can help you, but you got to help yourself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to, you know, make a conscious decision that you want to do better and you want to be different. And the only way that you can change, you know what I'm saying, is change your perception of you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I'm saying, change if I still think, yeah, I'm gangster, fuck all that, blah, I don't give a fuck. You know, if you don't change your perception of who you are, then, because you are who you think you are.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you create that reality. So if I think I'm a certain way, then I'm gonna act a certain way.
That's right.
You know, so that's why, yeah, you gotta put it in your mind. You gotta make a change. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to change the way you think, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You have to change your perception of you, and you have to change your way of thinking. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result.
So what would you tell, like, you know, I know you do a lot of stuff with the city, with your nonprofit and the gang intervention. What do you tell these youngsters, man, that's like caught up in the city? What kind of advice you try to give them?
I let them know off the top, man, I was bamboozled, first off. You know what I'm saying? I was led, you know what I'm saying, to believe that the gang lifestyle was a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It was a certain loyalty, respect, and honor. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's 2016, man. It's basically every man for himself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that homie love and all. And no, you go to jail, nigga, you on your own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no female to love you or no family to love you, then you got to figure out a way to hustle in jail. And if you ain't got no hustle in jail, then yeah, you in trouble. You fucked. You know, but I tell the youngsters all the time, man, that, you know, don't do it because, you know what I'm saying, I done been there and done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just for my neighborhood alone, you know what I'm saying? I started gang banging in 1973. I was 11. You know what I'm saying? So from then to now, I got over 100 homies that's been killed through this gang violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them was good dudes. Oh man, most of them, 95% of them was good dudes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them had talent, whether it was singing, rapping, drawing, you know what I'm saying, athletic, you know what I'm saying, but they got, you know what I'm saying, misguided. Instead of going left, they went right into the gang world, and you know what I'm saying, they ain't like me. I'm lucky, really I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I know right now, only reason I'm here is because of God, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed. I got homies that I had a chance to change. You know what I'm saying? But my homies is dead. They didn't even get a chance because a lot of them died young. You know what I'm saying? They died like 25, 18, 30, 26, 21, you know what I'm saying? 17, 16, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have a chance to really live life to get to the point. Because when I went to the federal prison last time, I went in at 39. Then 38 to 39, you know what I'm saying? So at shit, you know, 38 to 39 is when I went in that motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't even woke up then.
Yeah, exactly,
because
yeah.
when you out, see, I was selling drugs on a big, I call it bam, 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 I need 100.
Yeah.
Bam, here go, bam. Drop 100 off, I need 200. Drop 200 off, I ain't had to pay a dime. I'm looking at, okay, I'm gonna make 30,000 off of this sale. I'm gonna make 20,000 off of this sale. I'm gonna make 50 off, you know what I'm saying? So it was like an addiction.
Yeah.
Even though I knew I had enough money to go on and get legal and do what I had to do, it was plenty of times I said, you know what, I'm out. I'm cool. I ain't gonna do this shit no more. I got enough money. As soon as that pager go off, you know what I'm saying? Damn, this motherfucker want 25. Damn, I can make like 30 G's. And I ain't spending a dime.
Exactly.
So who gonna say no?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get addicted. I was addicted. I could have been quit and been out of it and been safe, but I was addicted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To getting the money.
Yeah. So, Gangster, how about, you tell the people, what you're doing now day to day, like what's some of the stuff you're involved in right now?
Yeah, well, right now this is my shop, Classic G Customs. You know what I'm saying? We build cars from the ground up, low riders. You know, we do insurance work too, but we mainly do low riders.
Okay.
You know, paint, pattern, murals, you know what I'm saying, chrome, engines. You know, we do everything except interior. You know, this is my shop. This is where I come every day. But in the midst of doing this, I still have my nonprofit, Transitions to Greatness. It's a gang prevention and intervention foundation to where we try to get to these kids on the prevention level, you know, and on the intervention level, we try to, you know, get at the older guys. You know what I'm saying? Like homies, guys that I knew, guys that I came up with, or guys that's under me. You know what I'm saying, to try to let them see the light that, you know what I'm saying, ain't no future in gangbanging.
Yeah.
I tell them all the time, homie, at a certain point in time, you know what I'm saying, you got to change. If somebody was going to win these wars, they would have been won a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying, we've been doing, this Crip shit been going on since 1969. And ain't nobody won nothing. All the neighborhoods that's been at war, still at war, 100 dead over here, 100 dead over here. Y'all's even like this, and what? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, and then you have people like, well, you know, man, it's the homie got a homie. Everybody done lost on all sides.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh, we took a loss and they didn't take a loss. Everybody done took a loss. At the end of the day, we got to come together. I tell them all the time, homie, you ain't got to be my friend. You ain't got to even like me. We ain't got to be homies, but if we just respect each other as men, that's all we need.
That's right.
Just respect each other as men. You know, so I also work with the city of Compton with their gang prevention and their prevention and intervention program.
Okay.
So we work with the kids, and you know, we got a truce out here, but not a truce. We got basically like a ceasefire between certain gangs. We're trying to get it with all the gangs, all the Crip and Blood gangs out here, but right now we got a good little ceasefire between at least half of them.
Okay.
You know, so if we can, you know what I'm saying, get to the other half, but see, the main thing with this gang prevention and this intervention thing is people don't realize it's about money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you ain't gang banging for money, but in order for you to take something away from somebody or have somebody stop doing something, you got to be able to give them something else to do.
It's got to be a trade-off.
It got to be a trade-off. It can't just be, okay, I ain't banging no more, now what am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give me something to do to occupy my time and my mind. If you don't give me nothing to do, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna fall right back into what I was doing.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I be trying to, you know, get the city and let the city know that this is about economics too. You know what I'm saying? I call these guys up in here, and you know what I'm saying, because if you can get a ceasefire throughout the whole city, it's gonna be more money for everybody.
Yeah.
No matter how they getting it.
Yeah.
Legal or illegal,
Yeah.
it's gonna be more money for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. I'm tired of seeing black men dead, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For no reason, for a color. Because I done put my life on the line plenty of times for the neighborhood, in and out of prison.
Yeah.
I lived and died for the hood. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever it was, and man, you just say fuck the, bam, you say fuck the hood, you would have said that to fuck Santana back, it would have been killing words.
Yeah.
And there ain't even nothing else to say. I'm going to
Yeah.
kill this motherfucker. He didn't disrespect the hood.
Yeah.
That's how deep it get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you think back on it, you like, what the fuck was I thinking about?
You like, I got all this animosity for what?
For what?
Yeah.
Because, man, look, man, I got blood dudes that I used to gang bang against. We used to try to kill each other. We done shot at each other and probably shot each other a few times.
Yeah.
Back in the day, homie. And right now, man, we cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just at a toy giveaway yesterday at Cynthia Nunn's Angels Foundation. Her brother, one of the main blood dudes from Ludus Park. You know, I know her whole family, and there was a lot of blood dudes up there that I gang banged with. I'm standing right next to one. You know what I'm saying? Boxing up the food. You know what I'm saying? That we caught in Winter's Donuts one night and damn near beat to death.
Wow.
Another one on this side that I done tried to kill a few times. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But we grown men now. We realize that was all bullshit.
Yeah.
We was all bamboozled.
It's a trick. I thought it was something, you know, like it was cool to be a gangster and be mafia and all, but I got to look and this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Really, you bought into a whole illusion and it take you growing up to really look back like, damn, what am I doing?
See, that's why I say a lot of motherfuckers don't get a chance to grow up.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they get caught up in the system. Either they get a life sentence, death row, or, you know what I'm saying, they dead.
Yeah.
I got a homie on death row right now. You know what I'm saying? Love him to death, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was an incident that went down, you know what I'm saying, where some people got killed. You know what I'm saying? And even though he wasn't a shooter, they say he was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Say it was his car that they was in. They offered him 7 years. I'm like, homie, why wouldn't you take 7 years? When you facing a death penalty, it don't matter if you wasn't a shooter. Motherfucker, if they say you was involved in any kind of way, you looking at death. He been on death row, homie, since like fucking 89.
Damn.
You know, so you know but you know we reap what we sow. Sometimes you know we got to pay the piper. Man.
You know, I kind of wonder about that because I think about when I was up in the feds, all the shit I did to lead up to that I didn't get caught for.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there looking like, damn, I gotta do 120 months. And I'm thinking about, is this payback energy built up to get out? I mean, because why would I get 10 years? I don't want to be up in here sitting in Rampart.
That's why I didn't even trip, homie. When I got caught, I'm the type of dude, homie. I know if I did some shit that, you know, if I got caught, I got caught. Even though I didn't get caught, motherfuckers snitched on me. But at the end of the day, if I wouldn't have been doing what I was doing, they couldn't have snitched on me.
That's right. That's
so
right.
I look at it like, you know, I'm the type of guy, I always do what okay, you got me, let me do mine. I ain't finna cry about it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got to do it like I did it when I went to jail for murder. I didn't even do the murder. My homie did it. But I was there with him. I got caught. Fuck it. Let you know what I'm saying? Let me do what I got to do. He ain't, you know, they didn't catch him, so he gone. You know what I'm saying? But I can't cry about, oh, I didn't do it. I was there. I knew what was going down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I don't cry about shit. You got to some shit you just got to man up on.
Yeah.
And do what you got to do, because you got some of these dudes out here that know they can't do no more time. They know they don't want to go to jail. So why is you still in the game taking chances? Then you get busted and tell on everybody.
That's what I don't get either, man.
You know
get
what
to
I'm
tell
saying?
people you don't even have nothing to do with.
Exactly,
Why
man.
you even get? You know that you can't handle that, so just leave it alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. You know.
Yeah, it's sad.
You know, but yeah, like I said, I done wrote 18 books. I self-published too. I got my own publishing company, OG Publishing.
And what's the name of the books that you actually published right now?
One of them called is the first half of my life, my autobiography, called Gangster. Some talk it, I live it.
Okay.
And then the second one, you know, is one called the G Code.
Okay.
G Code. You know, when you look at Empire.
Okay.
And when you look at motherfucking Power. Man, G Code, fuck both of them over.
Is it on Amazon or?
Yeah, boy, I got it on my website.
Okay, and what's your website?
It's ogpublishingapparel.com.
Okay. OG Apparel Publishing.
No, ogpublishingapparel.com.
Okay, ogpublishingapparel.com. Check that out.
Yeah, all my shirts and hats and hoodies, everything on the site.
Okay.
But right now, I'm in the midst of bringing out some love cards. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The cards are called Urban Love.
Okay.
Under OG Publishing. I got these cards made when I was in prison.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nothing like it.
Yeah.
These is urban cards.
Yeah.
It ain't like that bullshit where they say urban when you just see a black girl and a black guy holding hands in the park.
Yeah.
Shit, it got cards like, I got one that say gangsters need love too, and got a gangster on it with a couple of female. Oh, it's hard, man.
So that's coming out in 2017?
Yeah, it should be. They gonna be out for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
They should be ready by Valentine's Day. But yeah, there's some different shit. I ain't seen nothing like it. I ain't seen nothing like it.
No, that's cool. You bringing some stuff like that to the public though, because like you said, there's so much talent that's not being capitalized on. And look at all these skill sets you have that you never would have knew you had until you tapped into that.
Yeah, because I never even thought about writing no books. You know what I'm saying? Really, but I was in the hole so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you in the hole, what can you do?
You ain't got nothing yet.
Nothing but right. You know what I'm saying? So every week I have my celly buy a tablet of paper, and I buy a tablet. So every week I done wrote 100 pages.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? What I used to do is, because it's easy to write a book, as long as you know how to put a story together and bring it all together to where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And what I do, say you get writing a book, average regular hood novel, 300 pages. Yeah. You could just write 5 pages a day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? 5 pages a day. And you got a book in a month. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. You know, people just think, damn, that's too many pages. I got to think. As long as you got imagination, man. Because I done wrote some vampire books. I mean, I got some shit vampire. I got a vampire book called The Chosen One on me.
Like that?
Like that. It's like it started off in Transylvania, but they ended up coming to America. They low riding, fucking with the gangbangers, the whole shot. You know what I'm saying? It's some up to date shit, but it's some real. It ain't no low budget shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like remember how Eddie Murphy made that bullshit? Oh yeah. Vampire in Harlem. There's some real gangster shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? The way I'm gonna get that shit. I'm gonna get somebody to pick this motherfucker up, man. Cause all my books I wrote for like a movie.
Okay.
I wrote them till they could be like, motherfucker want to turn this into a movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
yeah, I got some shit, but the one I told you about, you know what I'm saying, that could be made in like Empire, and
Yeah.
that's the one. That motherfucker off the chain, man.
Okay.
And my name is Gangster, straight out of Compton. You know what I'm saying? Former gang member from Santana Blocc, Crips. You know what I'm saying? This is straight out right here. This is life after the penitentiary.
How long take y'all to do this?
He did this in like 3 days. This one gonna be a motherfucker though. It's just dirty. But this.
What year is this Apollo right here?
This is 6.
Okay.
Come check this out right here, my man. One of my customers. He wanted the Mac on this shit.
Oh yeah.
Just getting real on here.
Oh shit. That's tight. That's tight, man.
Yeah, he wanted the Mac on there, so yeah, we just hooked him up. We're gonna put the words of Mac, put it right in here.
And what year is this? What is this?
This is 86 Caprice.
Oh, okay. The box shed.
Yeah.
So you guys do paint, body, like you said,
We do everything.
basically frame ground up, huh?
Yeah, we doing this one right here from my boy, Currency, Skills, the rapper. This is,
Oh shit.
you know, this we damn near finished with this one. It's just a matter of putting it back together.
And what car is this? What?
This is a convertible 68.
Okay.
This mine right here. This is 63 on this. I should have been had it done, but I've been working on so much other shit and other people's cars that I don't really be having time to do mine.
Okay.
This gonna be a killer.
Damn, you got the whole.
Yeah, the frame.
Oh,
paint,
frame done.
everything
Damn.
did. You know, the bottom of the car painted, patterned out. The base color is gonna be that candy magenta.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna put the blue patterns and shit on the top.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this should be ready by the summertime.
Okay. Good shit, man. So y'all still be getting a low ride on the weekends, then, huh?
Yeah, you still want that's why I pulled it out.
Okay.
You know, they probably gonna be on right there in Compton on Long Beach Boulevard. You know where the old Compton swap meet is at?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hamburger stand right across the street. That's where they probably gonna be every night.
Okay.
They usually get there about 5 o'clock.